Let's do an update on WIP Wednesday. Hi, welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Marta and I crochet every day. I did a WIP update about a couple months ago, and then I asked you guys on Instagram if you want to see another update. Loads of you said yes, so let's just do it. The reason why I didn't post one last month, not that anyone particularly cares, is because I've injured my shoulder. I got a repetitive strain injury on my shoulder. It was kind of my wrist, my shoulder, my tendon here. My right side was absolutely shambles, basically. I couldn't do anything, and I definitely couldn't crochet. So I took quite a few weeks of crocheting. So there's not that much of an update. If you don't know what WIP stands for work in progress. So any projects that I'm currently working on, and moving forward, I'm going to do these videos in 3 categories. We're going to do a catch up from the previous video. So I'm going to tell you all the things that I finished that I mentioned in the last one. I'll give you an update on all of the ones that I haven't finished, and I'll also add new additions. I made notes. I don't do notes, but I made notes for this video because I know I'll forget something otherwise. We have the scarf, which was my first yarn to stitches, stash to stitches series. I can't even remember what I've called my series. That is the only project that I've made within that series as of now, because once again of my injury, I couldn't really start anything new. Finished the scarf. I used up 2 of the colors. So I used up the shiny white yarn and I used up the purple yarn. I haven't worn it out because I realized stupidly that the purple doesn't really go with any of my winter coats. However, we're getting into the warmer spring season now, which means I'm gonna wear lighter coats, but I probably still want to layer a scarf. So I think that will go with the other parts of my wardrobe. The Graziella dress, my first ever pattern test that I participated in as a pattern tester, was for lovely Lorena. I completely fell in love with this dress when I saw it on her Instagram stories, and I knew that I want to make a midi version for myself because I'm a short girl. Anything long crocheted will just swallow me alive. So I wanted a midi version in a dark color that I can wear to festivals, like cycling shorts and a bikini underneath. I absolutely love it. I feel like you guys loved it as well, whoever's seen it. A little bit out of my comfort zone, not gonna lie. I don't really wear bodycon things. It was quite nice to put something on and actually feel quite sexy in it. Believe it or not, I felt sexy in something I crocheted. I love the color choice. My friends helped me pick that one out, but I absolutely love it and I can't wait to wear it in the summer, in the festival season, and style it like with some combat boots and maybe like a bucket hat. I also finished the green mesh dress. Pattern is currently in the testing period. Be released at the end of April, which I'm very, very excited for, and I think a lot of you guys are very excited for this dress as well. I absolutely love the design. I love the fit. I feel very comfortable in it. This is just my hobby. I do this for fun. And when I see people loving my designs and what I make and then want to recreate it, it always gives me a very warm, fuzzy feeling inside. So I'm really, really excited to release this. If you want to be notified and potentially get a tiny bit of a discount when it gets released, you have to subscribe to my newsletter. I'll leave a link down below because my newsletter subscribers find out about everything first. Finished this Mahusive cardigan that I was making for my friend Chelsea as a commission. It was a very interesting experience to work with such chunky yarn and trying to figure out how to fit her the way she wants it to fit. I think she looks amazing in it. She likes it. I like it. It was nice to do something a bit different because I've never worked with chunky yarn before. With granny squares, usually the cardigans are quite square. She wanted something a little bit more longer and rectangular, so I had to add extra rows of double crochets in the middle and around the edges and stuff to make it a longer rather than squared. So figuring that out and combining all the squares together was a bit of a challenge, but I got there at the end. She picked the design herself, which was heavily inspired by Margot, another crochet content creator. I'll link her profile down below so you can check her out. Now we're moving on to the WIPs that I have not finished. I've made completely zero progress on this. I can't remember what it's even called, but it's like a tank top. And in all honesty, it's been sat like this for nearly a year now. Colors really, really suit me. So I think I might just do something similar, but not follow the pattern. I hate following patterns that are not easy. They are not done like a tutorial. I prefer more of a tutorial and an explanation why I do things rather than turn now, chain 3 and turn again. And it's like without an explanation why I'm doing it. And yeah, I just don't know. I just don't particularly like the way this pattern has been written. I still have loads of little balls left as well. So might as well just frog it. If you have any suggestions what I could make with this, I think it definitely could be a nice stripy top. but I don't know what kind. I'm also one of those crocheters that is not scared of frogging things. I posted a video of me frogging my blue mesh dress that I made last year for Glastonbury, and I had a few people in the comments telling me that I've lost my mind, but I feel it's more wasteful to just have that dress sat under my bed without me ever wearing it, because I know I will never wear it again. So I just frogged it, and I'm going to use that yarn for something else, because that's a lot of yarn just to waste. Next is this top that I've also made no progress on because of the aforementioned injury, but also I've lost a little bit of faith in this, and I've lost the motivation to make this anymore. I do really like this stitch. I think it's called the houndstooth stitch, and I like the vision, but I don't know if I'm interested enough to make it happen. I won't be frogging this. There's other things that I want to make more urgently to this. This is not an urgent thing. I'm not looking to wear it this summer. So that's why I'm kind of like happy to leave this for a little bit and park it, because I know I will finish it one day. I will. Famous last words. The blue cardigan. This is the blue cardigan that I showed you last time. It's frogged. The type of yarn I was using wasn't the correct type of yarn for the cardigan that I was making. Just to remind you, I was using half cotton, half acrylic yarn to make that white cardigan. Made it for Christmas, actually. I'm writing a pattern for it because loads of people asked for it. But as I was making it, I realized that the yarn is quite heavy and it doesn't fall in the nicest way how the cardigan should fall. When I made a balloon sleeve with this yarn, because it's quite heavy, it wasn't ballooning as nicely as I would like to. So I decided to frog it, and I'm going to actually use this yarn to recreate the blue Glasto mesh dress. One of the reasons that I frogged that is because the yarn was Aran weight, and I thought that it was a bit too thick for what I wanted the dress to look like. I wanted to be a little bit more dainty, and this is a DK weight yarn. So I think this yarn in this color. Onto the exciting bit, which is the new project. I am working on a tutorial for the mohair jumper. To be fair, both of the panels are now done. So I'm going to be working on this throughout the month of May and April, and hopefully release the tutorial for you in summer. I know it seems a bit redundant to release tutorial in summer. However, loads of you keep asking me for this, so I'm going to be releasing it in summer, so you can just save it for the next time when you do decide to make this anyway, and it's just there and it's ready. Absolutely stoked with this color combination. So I went with navy and kind of beigey sandy color. I'm using the Wool Warehouse silk mohair yarn, which they kindly gifted for the purpose of this tutorial, and genuinely it's the nicest mohair yarn I've ever worked with. It builds up so quickly, and I like how actually fluffy it is. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you know when the tutorial for this goes live in the next couple of months, for sure. I also don't want to film it right now because I've cut my hand open and I'm just waiting for it to heal a little bit more, because I don't want to have this cut featured in my video. I know I said to you guys that I hate variegated yarn, but just to let you know, this is not variegated, this is ombre. It's nice. Lovecraft's kindly sent me over some of the new Paintbox Aran wool mix yarn. I can't remember what it's called now, but I'll pop it down below so you can check it out if you want to see the other color combinations as well. And I've decided to make a pullover zip type of situation with this one. Started making it, and then I cut my hand open, and I still tried to crochet when it was really sore. You're a crocheter, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you haven't done it for a few weeks, you're like, it's like an addiction. I need my next hit. I was kind of crocheting with my hand really sore, and the tension was just all over the place. And it was really, really bad. So I've decided to frog it and start all over. I am making a video about the whole of the process of how I come up with ideas and how I freehand things. It's going to be like a pullover quarter zip situation, which I've never done before as well. I'm no idea how I'm going to make it. So that's going to be interesting. I was also not 100% sold on the color at the beginning, but once it started building up with this darker blue, that's not blue, it's green, with this darker green, and then I put it against myself, as I always do, just to see if the color looks good. It's a little bit like color theory, just put it against your face and see if you like it once it's worked up a little bit. But I do actually like it. I think this color really suits me. It's like an olive color, and I do love olive, and I love olives, so yeah, it's great. That's kind of it. Let me know what you guys are working on in the comment section. Very curious, and I always get inspired by what other people are working on. If you have any other video requests, because I don't really know what to do, what to film, let me know as well. I will see you next time. Bye.